Alright guys, I want to welcome you back to another Minecraft video today. So, we've built a big, slow, well, we've got a concrete blast chamber again, guys. This isn't meant for concrete, but we're going to use it for concrete. We're working on, here's a little bit of a preface of our fungi farm that we will have at some point that will utilize that chamber. But we're working on some of the design for it, and not all is going to plan, so we'll get back to that in a different video. But this one, we've got a blast chamber that it destroys 300 items per explosion, per TNT. So this is not a speed-based farm, this is a dispenser-based farm with TNT in it. So this is going to use TNT as efficiently as possible. I'm going to run it a few times with some concrete so that you guys can see what's going on here. So we're going to go with the next color here. So it's going to be one push, and there's going to be a huge amount of delay between this. And there it goes. There's the second layer. And then the last layer. Now, this farm is not perfect. This is still a prototype, so if these blocks get too low, a little bit of clearing is needed. However, item collection and transportation is pretty awesome. But really, you could probably run this storage system at hopper speed. You don't need anything faster than that due to the amount of time in this. So there's 5 parts to this that I want to explain. So first of all, we've got the brain. This is our clock for everything. This runs the entire machine just to prevent everything from breaking. There are 2 comparator clocks to allow us access to this right here. Due to where this is at, it made sense to break this up and allow the input from this comparator to power both this block and this dust. So the piston does get extended. We've got our fuse, which is this green right here. We've got our clock, well, not a clock, our counter here. This is a monostable binary counter, so this will count to 4. There's a second one here for making sure that the correct pulse is sent through here. We've got our secondary fuse and ignition chamber. We've got our TNT ejection system and our item collection. Now, this isn't meant to be fast, so there's a lot of repeaters in this. I think there's about 2 stacks, or I want to say there's like a stack or 2 of repeaters in here. And then, so what's going to happen is you're going to update this observer back here, and it's going to start this clock. When this is going to power the entire clock. These 2 repeaters actually set this entire clock up, and when this is powered, that gets powered. And then this piston will push this observer down to prevent the 3... if I didn't have that there, this would actually power 3 times, and it would like loop every other time. So it was very annoying, so that was the solution there. And then we have our torch tower, which the torch tower actually gives a significant delay that is actually used here. We use that delay to our advantage. Now, how you want to put your concrete in here, that is entirely up to you. As long as you don't break back here, there's not really going to be any issues. You can change this from a 1 tick to really anything you want, just as long as you're happy with the way the input is. I recommend an observer-based system, that way it can be slower, because it's going to take a while for that clock to go through anyway, so this doesn't need to be super fast. So what's going to happen is you're going to update that observer back here, and I don't think we're going to give it a false, so let's give it the brown concrete. It's going to start this clock up and push this down. There are 2 fuses here. If this fires first, this the fuse is beaten here. So this is a shorter delay over here than that. This is why this side is a fuse. So if this does say that TNT needs to be hit, two things happen. The TNT is dispensed and the timer starts. That is one system. On the other side of this, we have a comparator for delay, and we have our item collection right here, which is based off of an input from here. There are repeaters back here to give it significant delay. You obviously want to collect everything you can, because the next time this goes up, whatever's sitting on this is going to blow up with it. So that's not really something we wanted. So there is a double piston extension here. And then it goes up the torch tower on the fourth one only. So that's really all there is to this this thing. So I guess I need to show you that it does produce a lot of items per explosion. So we're going to sit here and wait for the explosion. And nothing is left on this platform. Now we do have a couple smaller issues with these corners doing that. We're going to work on getting that figured out and how to get around that. But so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks of items from that. And then almost 5 from that. So I think that we were looking at 62. So it's going to be 256 plus 62, which is going to be 318 blocks for that blast. So this is pretty efficient with TNT. It's just not reliable. If you were just to let this run forever, these corners right here will get to the bottom. They will reach that bottom eventually, so they will become a problem. So we're going to work on a system to allow you to not have to worry about that, or to be able to be available to mine these blocks out when they get in the way. I always remove some of these other smaller blocks because you want everything to be able to move down before it blows up. Otherwise, it doesn't. Something with the blaster system doesn't work. So if we were to just do this, not a lot got destroyed. It's not really what we want. But that's it for this video, guys. This is just a really simple video for a beautiful concrete thing. Just to show you guys what you'll make with the one stack of TNT, you will fill up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double chests with a little bit left over. And that's with the low end of the RNG. That's with like barely 5 stacks or just over 5 stacks. So this is pretty TNT efficient. So this runs about 20,500 items per stack of TNT. So this is a super efficient farm. So I hope you guys are enjoying this video, and I will see you in the next one.